Hello and welcome back to another episode here on Foxy No Tail's Expert Level 99 VIP server. It's been a while since we made our first video on here, and I think that's just going to release about the time I'm doing this recording. But I've had some issues with my editing software, and it took me a while to get going, and computer issues like that can be very disappointing and not want to make you do this kind of stuff. But I worked through it, figured out the bugs I needed to figure out, and we are back up and running better than we were before. So it's been a good amount of time since I've been here on the server, and I figured it was a good time to do another little tour of what's happening, because it's been a couple of weeks, and as you see around me, things have definitely changed here. There's a lot more buildings. And last time I was on here, it was about a week after start, and now we're probably looking at the 5 weeks kind of thing. I've been on a lot, but it's the last time I did a video on here. So let me just put my gear back on, and we will take a wander around and see what has changed. Alright, so like I said, the shopping area has definitely changed. Shops have been popping up all over the place. Concrete shops, gambling shops, rocket shops, wool shops, banks. We have a barn out back now, and everybody's building all these amazing buildings here. There's a barn in the back here, and we have yet to build our first shop. It's in the works. We have our little pop-up stands that we did for shulkers and wings originally. I think it was. I'm sorry, totems and emeralds were the original. I did a little pop-up I did some end rating before the dragon and got some elytra, and I did a little shop for that. So this is our little section right here. As you see, I am now selling beacons. I got another piece all set up to allow me to get beacons, a little wither skeleton factory, if you will. And I just finished that off, and there's some recording that was done yesterday of some footage of that, which you'll see shortly here. But we have Bearded Swine built that amazing pirate ship out there. He's still working on the sails by the scaffolding, but that's a wool shop out there. But yeah, we have a shop for just about everything, if not more than one shop for everything here on the server. So it's getting kind of hard to find things to sell. So I think I'm going to stick with the beacons and the beacon bases and wither kits and kind of stuff like that, along with some odds and ends, whatever stuff we can come up with here. So I did stock this up about 2 hours ago with 10 beacons, and we sold almost all of them instantly. So I have stayed true to what I said in my last video. I have yet to mine 1 diamond. I have earned all of my diamonds from tasks, like the Iron Alliance here is doing those collect items for diamonds, but now they're doing gold and iron, and they're selling emerald blocks, which I have tons of already. See, people are buying. I'm selling them for the same price, so it really doesn't matter who they buy it from, as long as they're buying it. And yeah, we're going to be building a shop. I talked to Graybeard about it because he's kind of my partner in this little endeavor here. And I think we're going to build a shop out here just over the water. It's going to be quite an interesting one. I think it'll really catch some eyes. We're going to, kind of make it look like it's attacking the ship here. And it's not going to be a kraken or anything like that. So that I think we're going to work on in our next episode, now that we have all the other stuff done. So let me head over to the raid farm area, and I can show you what I've been doing over there. I'm not sure that I recorded any of that on the last video. It was a while since I recorded that, so I'll see you when we get over there. Alright, so we're over here now at our raid farm, and we have a raid, what do you call it, outpost that was sitting on 2 chunks. So we ended up with 2 spawning spaces, as you see here, and we have those with trident killers, and of course the raid farm. This is Old Guy's original, We'll see if the server crashes again. We've been having some server crash issues with backup errors. But this is Old Guy's original version of the insta-kill raid farm, where he sent them down from the village above, which you can see up there, to the village below right here. So I still have some decorating to do downstairs, but I am coming along with it, and I can show you once we go through this back hallway here. And all the way down, that was an interesting rabbit with a torch through his back. So down here, we have a little hallway here, which I'm going to widen and bring into the main room here, which is the room I have been working on, which is where all the killing and stuff happens. So I have some arching to do to the ceiling here, but overall the room is pretty much designed. So this is where you come in from the nether portal there, the kill chamber's over there, the storage is below. We got plenty of emerald blocks, so I'm working with a design, you know, just an interesting design for these two corners here. I started with all emeralds and kind of morphed it into something like this with the help of Greybeard. So, you know, we got some pillars around here and stuff just to, you know, kind of fancy it up. And this is where our trident killer is, of course. And when you go down here, this is where all the storage goes. So everything is done with a water stream that goes around the room. And we get, you know, as you can see, I just emptied this as I was working a little bit earlier. So I have, well, let's see. There you go. A ton of emerald blocks already. So, and I could probably do to empty that again. So we're sorting out a couple of things in each chest. So we have all the powders here, other than sugar, because sugar is a waste. As well as, you know, sticks and spider eyes and bones. And then all the rest kind of goes into these three chests. These are the overflow chests for the non-stackables, for the arrows, for the sugar and stuff. So I've got a little water stream here that we drop the totems into, and the totems go into those two stacks of chests there, which, as you can see, are completely full of totems. So I don't have to worry about, oh, look at that, we got some blocks in there, pull those out. And then this is just where I'm kind of sorting out the enchanted books. So, you know, really good enchantments, like top level enchantments, are kind of going in the upper chest, where the bottom chest is getting all the stuff that I can unenchant to get levels back. So I think that's it here. I'm going to head over to the next farm that we're going to take a look at, which is just up and over the hill here. Being that we're building in a snowy biome, we get lots and lots of strays. I'm just going to need to take off here, and I don't want to fail too many times on camera. So, there. As I say that, I fail. Come on. Thank you. So, I have built this. I'm not going to reach that platform, but I can just go down here and show you. So, this is a very small version of a... Ooh, not in there. Whew. Thought I was going down. I threw those fish earlier from the AFK platform. So this is a small version of like the beacon factory that Silent Whisper usually does. This is kind of my take on it. It's standard mechanics. They spawn here, the glass pushes them off, they go into water streams and then into the nether. It was a great little mechanic, this glass trick that was figured out by Silent, so it's really good to use for fast mobs to go off the edge. I don't know the word for it. I'm sure there is one. So I've got this here so that the strays get grouped up in the nether, and then out here, because in snowy biomes, the nice thing with those is snowy biomes, they don't have mobs spawn underground, so I don't have to worry about hitting an underground mob cap or anything, but they also don't spawn regular mobs very often. Every once in a while I'll get a zombie or a spider or something. So over the ocean here I built this little platform. That's my AFK spot there. This is completely covered, and now I can't get in that way. So I take off these blocks here, and you'll see why I do that in a second. That's not where I want to go. Well, it could be. Let's go down here. There we go. So I built a creeper farm. A very, very small creeper farm, and all I'm using it for is to charge creepers. So I have this little farm here. It's just 3 layers. Buttons and trapdoors. Buttons keep the spiders from spawning. Trapdoors keep it so that only the creepers spawn. And then they kind of wander off on their own down into the water stream there and get collected down there. So I open up this section of the roof here when there's a thunderstorm, and from up there I throw a trident. I don't want to fall off this edge. Right down there you can see the heads of the creepers, and it charges all of the creepers at once. And then down here I have there's my trident. I have a dispenser with water and a fence gate that keeps them from going into the nether immediately, so that once they're charged I use the water, push them into the nether, and everybody's happy. So this part of the farm is something that I've been using for a long time, since Java. So it helps to get all of the mobs that have been charged into the nether without having to worry about them exploding. So we can go and see the nether side of the farm next. Just try and take off from here. We have to go this way. Yep. For anybody that doesn't know this trick, it's like a 45-45. It allows you to fly farther without using too many rockets. So you just kind of go as high as you can, tilt back down. You just gotta hope the world loads properly. Otherwise you have issues. So one rocket can actually get you a couple thousand blocks that way. So I'm going to use my nether portal over here. Ooh, almost made it all the way down. And we'll go and take a look at that. Greybeard has been working on the nether extensively, new tunnels and paths and everything, and we now have a building for our Guardian farm, and an AFK building, and a nice platform. We can take a look at that. But this is his tunnel design here with the brown, what is that, glazed terracotta, and the smooth sandstone, and the dark oak. It's a nice touch. I like what he did. He changed that out. That used to be smooth sandstone. But this is, of course, the area here, and you'll see this in a clip later on. Me failing to use this properly. Let me just get rid of that guy. Come on. Come on, go away. Thank you. Alright, now that we got rid of him, there is the holding cell for my charge creepers. So I still have 3 in here. I had a fail on one, which I had to kill, and the other 2 netted me about a total of 4 stacks of wither skeleton skulls. So I have since gone to the nether, created, I think I did about 14 beacons using the portal, the gateway thing, and we could do this. I'm not going to though. You'll see it in another. I was going to do another one, but I'd like to get some more skeletons in there. So I send a minecart down, picks them up, takes them back. Pretty standard. This is all this whole room will get decorated and ready to go. We're going to have glass over the head of the creeper the whole way, so we're actually going to walk over the head of a creeper right here and into this room once we get the room done eventually. So, and as we run down this tunnel, we'll head towards the Guardian farm. A little longer here. So this is the hallway design for the Guardian farm. This is the original Foxy No-Tail design with Silence twist on it, which gives us some overworld AFK ability, I guess you could say, where they don't have to go to the nether to die. They can stay in the overworld, go through some lava, down into hoppers and water streams, and then up to our storage area. So this is the other section we've been working on. So we've got our tower here, and I'm going to take a boat because I'm tired of running. Ooh, I got to bring a boat back. I got to remember to bring some boats back from the other side. So we'll get in the boat, down our ice path, to our storage building. Oops. Take an extra one of those for later. So in here we have the storage. Just kind of flows in, comes up a bubble column up there from down below. So it's a pretty simple system. All down here, you can see it. So we have redstone lines, a tower here that turns the system on and off, and they spawn and get pushed into these holes, or they get pushed into the nether based on the signal of the redstone. And then below, find the easiest way under there, you can see all of the ice paths for the items. They all go through, they come into a central area here. Are we crashing? I think we might be crashing. Yep, we crashed. We'll be right back after this crash. And we're back. Yeah, when we get that server saving error, half the time it crashes, half the time it doesn't. So down here is where we do all of our sorting. Come on, let me in. So we have a room here. Hi, Pigman. Which all of our ice streams come together and get sorted right here. So now that we've seen all this, let's head over and take a look at what I've been working on most recently in my spare time. And when I say spare time, it means pretty much never. But I have it somewhat laid out here, and of course I can't take off like that. Come on. Let's try it from up here. I went too far. There we go. So I have a bunch of chunks here that have the gravel removed, as you can see. There's one there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 7, 8, and 9. So once I get this going, there is going to be 9 chunks of slime that will be done here. Let me just get, that's not a sword. I'm beating him with my meat. Oh, trident guy. Let's go get him first. Do not throw that out. Gotcha. Ooh, gold. Thank you. I will take that gold all day long. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. So these are all slime chunks. So I'm kind of getting these all set up and ready to go. I'm going to put some snow golems in here, and this is the first layer. We're going to do another layer below this for the cave spawns. This will be surface because it has direct access to sunlight. But I'll be doing a lot of digging because I keep running out of materials. So I got that one dug. I got to get this one glassed over and dug. I got to finish taking down that mountain and dig that one. So that's a little bit of a larger project. And then I'm going to have to slab all of this ground here so that, you know, the mob cap isn't eaten up as I'm over here. There we go. Go away. So, oh, look at this. Guys all in here. So, I've got the back half of this already opened up and ready to go. I just have to finish digging everywhere else. I'm just out of conduit range here too. I have to get, this is going to be the AFK chunk right here. This is completely centered around all of those, and I think there's another chunk or two in here I really could do, but I think 9 chunks is a big undertaking as it is, So I think that's going to be enough when we get to doing this. I don't think we'll ever need slime again. So I've already taken out that abandoned or sunken ship, whatever you want to call it over there. I was going to put a farm over there, but I chose not to. But about around here is where I'm going to start my base when I do start my base. So we'll have to pick an area for that and get working on that eventually. But I want to get all the farms up and running and the shops up and running. And from there we can decide how we're going to build and what we want to build. So I'm going to head back over to the Nether where the beacon factory parts are, and I think I'm going to start doing some decoration there. So hopefully we'll catch up with you when we get over in that area. If we can fly, which we never can. Fail, fail. Hey, we got it. Well, I know I said a few times in this video that I had some clips that I was going to show you of me using this system, but it seems like from doing the editing that this video is running on just a little long. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start off the next episode here with those clips, and then we'll get into working on some other things around here on the server. So with that being said, I want to say thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoy this, please drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and have an amazing day.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!